Go ahead.
Many times I think about my presence in this world because I've had many years. I'm 93 years old. And I think to myself, why am I still here? There's got to be a reason. Is it just to eat each day? Or buy another television? Is that the idea? And I now realize that one of the most important reasons for my existence, at least I'm speaking for myself, that I have found a purpose. And that purpose is sometimes to transmit some of the information that I have gathered through my many years of education, travel, experiences, being a father. And I find myself many times when I talk to young people, because they have certain impressions that is ingrained in society now, which is counterproductive. For instance, the relationship between man and woman, the relationship between man and woman and their children, and the relationship between man, woman, the children, and the society. And when I talk to young people, they stare at me because the information I give is so counter to what is prevalent in society now, where the man and relationship of man and woman is tentative, just like everything else we buy. It doesn't last. And the relationship has severed between man and woman, and even severed between man and woman, their children, and is severed even within the siblings. And as I talk, they sort of like stare at me. And I must be honest not to give myself credit that I don't deserve, because the credit that I give is reflected in the fact that I'm still living. And if it wasn't for this, I have no purpose in life. And when I part with these young people that I give this information, so many of them extend their hands out and shake hands with me and say thanks. And that makes me feel good, because I'm not doing my work, I'm doing God's work. Because God, I believe, put us on this planet for the very reasons that I have expressed. I also have another purpose, and that is to be able to the word I want the correct word, the word to disseminate the Armenian genocide, because the Armenian genocide is a very good example of man's inhumanity to man. And the film that you're watching or can watch, vehanush.com, shows how the survivors, two survivors, my mother and father, eventually came to this country. And they provided me with the kind of family life that I see so limited nowadays, where my mother was mom and my father was dad. And to this day, I appreciate the wonderful upbringing that these two people, with all these horrible memories of the genocide, offered me. And thus, I had a fairly nice life. And I was able to bring two wonderful young girls into this world. And if it wasn't for the kind of family life that my mother and father gave me, I wouldn't be able to say that now about my two daughters. And I would wish that all the other children nowadays who don't have that kind of mother and father, at least maybe by listening to me now, might make a little bit of an adjustment and not give their children material things in order, like a bribe. That's not what children want. The children want the love and affection and the direction of their mothers and their fathers. So I have given you my personal feeling about why I believe I'm still on earth, my purpose, and I hope that whatever I have said in this message will also affect you and give you maybe a new direction. You will be so much richer, especially when the day comes when you're my age and you look back. You won't be adding all the material things that you accumulated on earth. What you will do is you will look back at the way, if you were a parent, what kind of a parent you were. And the second thing is what kind of a person you were with your fellow man. Thank you.